NBC's Jeff Rossen is following the details from Los Angeles this morning. Jeff, good morning to you.
Hi, Natalie. Good morning to you. This all developed overnight. The LAPD descended on Charlie Sheen's home. They were searching for guns, which would be a violation of his restraining order, the one filed by his estranged wife, Brooke Mueller. Police say they were tipped off that Sheen had weapons inside his house. TMZ now reporting that Sheen was threatening to hurt himself using a gun in there. Officers searched the mansion and won't say what they found, but either way, they did not arrest Sheen and said he was cooperative. Sheen texted me, "This is so silly, all good." And he also tweeted, "The LAPD was awesome, absolute pros. They can protect and serve this warlock anytime." Busy day in the Sheen story. Just hours before the police showed up at his house, he filed this lawsuit against his former bosses, and it has Charlie Sheen written all over it, packed with insults. Sheen claims he was fired because he made fun of the executive producer. Oh, and those bizarre Charlieisms and weird webcasts? Sheen now says he was just performing.
And it's not about like shock value.
New video of Charlie Sheen from the website Radar Online.
Made $5 billion for the studio. $500 million for the show's creator, if he wants to call himself that, and they terminate me. Imagine what they would have done if I made him $10 billion and him $1 billion.
As Sheen kept talking, his lawyer was filing this lawsuit against Warner Brothers and the co-creator of 2.5 Men, Chuck Lorre. In it, Sheen demands $100 million, including his salary and payment for the entire cast and crew, calling Chuck Lorre one of the richest men in television, an 800-pound gorilla, saying Lorre used his power over Warner Brothers to have Sheen fired. Fueled by Lorre's inflated ego, laziness, and ill will toward Mr. Sheen and his perceived lifestyle. The lawsuit points out Warner Brothers did not suspend Mr. Sheen while felony charges loomed, even if it meant that a convicted felon would be starring in the series. In essence, Sheen's camp says the studio stuck by him until he insulted Lorre. You called the executive producer of 2.5 Men a maggot, a fool, a clown. It was just hours later that they shut the show down. If I called my boss that, I'd be fired too.
It's a little bit, I don't know, it's kind of childish, you know? Thought he had more salt in his soul.
The lawsuit claims Sheen's firing is a conspiracy, that Lorre wanted 2.5 Men shut down because he stands to make even more money on his other current shows that could slide into the newly open time slot.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't think so. Winner, winner, Sheen dinner.
As the world watched these online rants on Sheen's corner, Warner Brothers has called him very ill. Experts who've watched the tapes say he may have hypomania, a symptom of bipolar disorder. But according to Sheen's lawsuit, rather than accommodate Mr. Sheen, WB instead terminated Mr. Sheen's employment, claiming they used his alleged physical and mental disability as a pretext for discrimination.
He will have to prove not only that he suffers from some sort of mental illness, disease, or defect, but also that he was discriminated against for it. And those are very, very high burdens. And we've seen no evidence of that thus far.
In a statement Thursday, Lorre's attorney called the allegations as recklessly false and unwarranted as Mr. Sheen's rantings in the media. Chuck Lorre's concern has been and continues to be about Mr. Sheen's health.
You're not playing this, are you?
But Sheen now says those bizarre comments online.
You are no match for this warlock.
And in our interviews here on Today.
You know, Adonis DNA, tiger blood. Bet you a total freaking rock star from Mars. And
we're all an act.
You have to sort of go into performance art.
You are an actor,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
It was enough to get his estranged wife, Brooke Mueller, worried. She got a court order to remove their twin boys from his house. Late Thursday night, Sheen's lawyer said he and Mueller finally reached a custody agreement. Charlie will get visitation, but the details are kept private. Now, Sheen says he's planning his next move, touring the country in a one-man live show on stage. He tweeted that he'll be in Detroit and Chicago in April, Natalie, and the tickets go on sale tomorrow.
We'll have to see how that does.
Yeah.
Jeff Rossen, all right, thanks so much.